As I was preparing for this game and reflecting back on last season, I was pleasantly surprised to see the numbers that Chicago posted on offense in 2016. Number 17 in rushing, number 14 in passing, number 15 in total offense, and they did all of that with unsettled quarterback play. They expect to get a jump in this area and continue to feed the ball to Jordan Howard for an exceptional rookie year as a runner.
Running with Howard, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We always talk about how important speed is in the game of football. Deion Jones may be an undersized middle linebacker, but his speed allows him to get to just about anywhere on the field and make a play.
And between he and Keanu Neal, the Falcons took the top 2 spots in the NFL in terms of rookie tacklers a season ago. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Tuesday.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. The play clock's running down. Here's Ryan to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd and 5. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. For the Bears, as their offense takes the field, I guess you figure last season was kind of rock bottom, Charles. They finished 3-13, tying a franchise record for losses in a year. They used 3 different starting QBs and were last in the NFC North for the 3rd straight season. So where does the optimism come from this year?
That's what the Bears fans are asking themselves, because they are a defensive-minded group of people, right? They love their heroes that stop other people from scoring. And I thought that's where they were headed in the draft. Instead, you did hear the name Mitchell Trubisky, but you made the case. 3 different starting quarterbacks in 2016. And think about their division. Look who's playing quarterback in Green Bay, in Detroit, in Minnesota. They've got to have one of those guys themselves, and that's why they invested in the youngster out of North Carolina.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Falcons offense, as they head back out there, Charles, what can this unit do for an encore? You look at 2016, they scored 540 points, 71 more than anybody else in the league. So those are big shoes to fill.
They certainly are. While they'll have a different play caller in 2017, He's got Matt Ryan at quarterback, who was the NFL's MVP last year, had a phenomenal season, and with his work ethic, he expects to be even better as he continues to move forward. Still have Julio Jones to throw the ball to, two-headed monster at running back. They feel great about offense, and they got better on defense as the year went along last year and actually drafted another pass rusher and Tack McKinley out of UCLA. For them, the encore is getting back to the Super Bowl and winning it this time.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On third down, Ryan. Finding Gabriel, complete. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. If they want to try that again, go play action and hit them over the top.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 38 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, he was the MVP of the NFL last year, off to a good start this year as well as he connects on his first touchdown pass for the new season.
And it takes a lot to be able to kind of shake off the year before. What I mean by shake off, put it aside. Just because you're the MVP before doesn't mean you're naturally going to play to that level the next season. But he's managed to go ahead and compartmentalize, and he's off to a really nice start.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So following the penalty, now 1st and 5. Trubisky with a give to Howard, and he is knocked down from the side. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And hauled in by the tight end Miller. And he is level. Knocked down hard at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 14. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the 1st quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. It's a close game here early on. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Here we go now.
They run with Howard, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. You got to figure if they want to have success this year, the more they can put the football in his hands, the better, coming off a Pro Bowl campaign.
And that Pro Bowl campaign does more than just get him notoriety. It also plants an idea in the minds of guys trying to defend him that he's really pretty good and sometimes gives you a little bit of extra room, a little bit of extra deference, and he's taking advantage of it.
Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Blue 90.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. This is Howard on second down. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall near the 34-yard line.
I like that about Trubisky. Has him calm in the pocket, some good presence despite the fact only 13 starts in his college career, an entirely different style of offense when we played that spread stuff while at North Carolina.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Completion left side to Miller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 3rd down, Trubisky finds his target. It's Bellamy. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They go counter with Howard. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept him on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st down, they run with Howard. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet and then taken down right at the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Well, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And Barth puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And, you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bears defense now back onto the field. They're just looking to duplicate what they did last time. Force the 3 and out, and that led to a field goal.
The only thing better, really, is creating a turnover. 3 and out, get off the field, feel good about yourself, turn the ball over to your offense, and they put the ball through the post with a field goal.
They're probably pretty well rested after that 3 and out, too.
One would think. That's how you get it done. Create the 3 and outs, get to the bench, get your rest, and hope your offense can control the game.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Hard throw, incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Jay Cutler, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. To throw on second down, Ryan. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Julio back-to-back all-pro seasons. Last year over 1,400 yards, averaged over 100 yards per game, tops in the NFL.
And that's the stat that catches my eye. Over 100 yards per game, and you always hear about defenses saying, we can rotate, we can send people in this direction, we can do things to limit a wide receiver, yet Julio Jones averages over 100 per game, one of the most sensational stats I've seen in recent football.
Ryan will throw again. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other plays.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 47 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They will run again with Coleman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Falcon first down. Ryan to his young tight end, Hooper.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Coleman now. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game.
This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get the game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment defense.
And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now Trubisky. And no escaping escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
Vic Beasley is an absolute terror off the edge now. His rookie year only had 4 sacks, but that was because he was playing out of position as defensive end and had a bad shoulder.
So last year, 15.5 sacks. I think he's in the right position now.
They figured out where to put him in the scheme and turned him loose.
They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And Barth puts it through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, our parents always told us that relationships were going to be important in life. Taylor Gabriel knew Kyle Shanahan in Cleveland before he was the offensive coordinator in Atlanta. And boy, that payoff for the Falcons picking him up.
And last year he had more touchdowns, actually, than Julio Jones. He had 7. Jones had 6. And good parental advice there, Mr. Davis. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On second down, Trubisky. That's caught left side by Bellamy. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Encroachment defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to him right away because they have the matchup advantage.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Josh Bellamy from 6 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And here now come the Falcons. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now it's Freeman. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on third down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Coleman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Coleman. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Time running out here on the play clock. On third down, it's Coleman, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now Freeman, he's been busy today, and he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down at the 21-yard line.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. This is Coleman. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. That close to taking a 4th-quarter lead, but the goalposts, they had other plans.
I thought it was on target. It looked good off his foot, but then, doink, off the metal and out. And those are the kind of breaks that can definitely swing a ball game.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. A gain of 6 there on first. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. Trubisky to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Throwing now is Trubisky. But he locates Wheaton, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Vic Beasley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. And here is motion again. And that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
That one on Kyle Long, of course, the son of Hall of Famer Howie Long. So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. It's Sims. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Now let's go.
Now it's Trubisky. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or 2, but it's no good as it stands. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And it was the Lions who emerged victorious in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. Now Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extras.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice. Matt Bryant now. He's hit 2. He's missed 1. This for the win. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me. I got